Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the Commander Smiths at patreon.com. Ooh, welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
This is 2 episodes away from episode 300, which math, 1 minus 2 minus whatever, 298.
Right. 298.
And nothing special here. We're just doing what are we doing? What are we doing, Lowry?
Oh, we're doing a FAV 5 of the new Ixalan set for our favorite commanders. Doesn't mean that is the best, but just
what we
something
like.
that we really enjoy, might build, might not, but just something that we like about it.
Yeah, you know, one thing we didn't talk about is when we get to the top 10, which this is like on air, whatever, behind the curtain stuff. Are we going to include the legendary monocolored stuff? Because I guarantee you, well, I don't know. I don't know what your list is. I guess we'll see. The Great Henge is your number 1. I don't know. I mean, I was going to say, those probably aren't on your list because I know you don't like to build mono commanders, but maybe you put it on there because you really like it. So I guess let's talk about that later.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it depends on whatever the list of yours is, but yes, you're right. I don't have mono.
Yeah, you don't do that.
And I would just say if we don't pick it for this, we could pick it for that.
Okay.
How about that?
All right, I dig it.
Can't
pick it for this. Can't pick it for that. I forgot to put this on the Discord because this would have got Ibukaki here, which I think he's here because he was kind of trolling me with my beer stuff and all that.
He was.
But he is our stumper for this week, and yeah, his name actually got drawn. And if you don't get stumped this week, and actually I changed things a little bit here, you'll see when we get there. If you don't get stumped this week. If you don't get stumped this week, next week we'll add a card because this is the 3rd week.
Like a real card this time.
A real card because we're at round 25, so in week 3. So you will get another card, and I don't think he's ever stumped you. I mean, how many times has he tried to stump you? Like 3? This is his 3rd or 4th time?
Right. Some people get me, some people don't.
Yeah.
So he's one of them that don't get me.
Him and Renshai are the two that won't. That will never get you.
Two smartest guys in the room can't stump me.
And then again, this is the prize right now. If you don't get stumped, this is the Grand Crescendo proxy in the Star Wars art. So I kind of made a little mistake here. The beer I am drinking is called Focal something banger. But if you read the top, what does it say? It says drink from the can. And yes. I poured it all into the glass. There's a little bit here, so I'm going to see if there's actually a taste difference. It's very hoppy, but it's a 7%er. So it tastes pretty decent. And then you go, I don't know if I notice a difference. Why does it say you have to drink from a can?
Does it say you have to drink from this can? It just says drink from the can.
Freshness and control is always whatever.
Right.
I do recommend you drink from the can
matter.
Quite simply to ensure the delightful hop experience.
Yeah, maybe pouring it excites it a little bit more than it should.
It says the act of pouring it in a glass smells nice, but it releases the essential hop aromas that we have worked so hard to retain. So I screwed up your guys' beer. Sorry. It's pretty good. It's a little too. It's
a little too hoppy.
Yeah. I mean, it's
so you wanted to release some of it anyway.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a GTFO, but
oh, I like the GTFO. I don't know.
Get the fuck.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I haven't heard anybody say it.
GTFOH. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, guys, get the
fuck. You got a button for this, right?
I do.
Hashtag Team Forest Watch.
Get the fuck out!
Oh, it isn't here. Okay. It's a bad button.
Yeah, it is a good button. It's my favorite.
No, I said bad.
Get the fuck out!
I use this GIF and this button more than anything I use now at this point because you're stupid. You know that thing you say.
Team Force Walk.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out!
Red Squirrel is saying, be a rebel, ignore the rules. Thank you. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm ignoring the rules. So this is going to be a tight little episode here. We will have the deck commander or the pre-con upgrade video later this week. So if you're watching now, we will also have video on Thursday, same time, same Commander Smith channel, same Commander Smith time, whatever. That didn't come out very good there.
We are not Batman.
But then we also did the same thing with the pre-cons, and we did a breakdown. First time we've done that. We have a new segment that is it worth it? That we have started. Yeah, you already have the song that's going to be the new button. Kind of talked about that's some nice dance in there, Larry.
No, it's not.
I like your face. I can only imagine that's your face you're doing to Kirsten when you're about to get it. Hey, baby. Are you,
No,
the kids have been sleeping for 5 minutes. I only need 2. Yeah. So, I don't know. Is there anything else we want to talk about? We got guys weekend. We get to test out the cabin this next week or weekend.
We're going to break it in. Wink.
Well, we have 10 guys. Oh yeah. And only 7 beds, like officially beds. And then we have some air mattresses we're going to test out. I'm just saying the loft area where there is 4 beds currently and where 3 other beds are going to go is not the area I want to go into, especially after a night of beer, pizza, whatever smorgasbord.
We talking about farts?
Yes.
Is it a problem
whatever.
with farting?
I hope that
Okay.
you're up there and you just smoke them out, Lowry. Or
I'm gonna now. I guess we are gonna talk about this. I'm gonna need a bed. No, my back is really tight. So
yeah. Everybody has a bed. That's my goal is
Right,
that I don't want anybody sleeping on a floor or on a couch. So the goal is to test this out to see if we can get all 10 big guys of us sleeping in the same place with farts and beer.
I don't
and all
think
that.
there's a little guy in our crew. You're like the little guy.
Am I the little guy?
You were Trombley.
Oh yeah, Trombley. But he's been doing the CrossFit. So we don't know. We haven't seen him for a bit since SmithCon. So maybe he's just
okay.
like,
all right. I don't think that's what CrossFit does to you.
I mean, it can.
He might be more defined, but you don't bulk up. It's not like a bulking process. It's a cardio workout.
It is
You're working really hard and fast, and you don't take many breaks, and you're doing low or high reps, low weight.
Right.
That's not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We'll see.
I mean, do they do sets of 3 to 4?
Have you seen my neighbor Hannah? Like we were at Lutzen last summer, or not the summer, like last year, and we were waiting in line to get on the Alpine slide, and this couple behind her was like, "Damn, you could kill a guy with your bare hands," because he's just like. So
has a back.
Yeah, so we say that all the time. We're like, "You could kill a guy." She's like, "With my bare hands." Don't forget that part. My bare hands.
I'm impressed that she has bare hands.
Well, that's that whole Family Guy bit where they talk about the Constitution and they're like, yeah, it was written in the Constitution, the right to bear arms. And then they flash back and it's like, every household should have the right to have bare arms in their home. They're like, yes, let's write it in. And it's just like actual bare arms on the wall.
Is lost in translation. No, that's werebear. That's the flavor text for it, is the right to bear arms, and it's a bear with arms. That's fantastic.
God damn it, where is it?
Are you trying
Cool
to
story, Hansel. Cool story, Hansel.
Cool story,
Is that for me
bro.
or you?
I don't know.
It's the same story.
Shut up! I've been drinking.
I'm still sober. Likely going to be sober until Thanksgiving. I'm going to
No. What about this
what-
weekend?
Well, this weekend I'm allowing it to happen. But I got another
Listen to
blood
that
draw thing. in a couple
podcast
weeks.
world. Lowry isn't going to drink for you guys on the podcast. He's only going to drink when he's playing Magic.
Right. Self-indulgent. I don't care about how you feel about me. I just want to feel good about me. So that's what it is.
So the half price Malort shots and regular shots are still on the table because Lowry, as you can see there, is drinking his water. he's on a 2-week winning streak, so it's not affecting his stump. What do you actually feel like? It isn't like not having some booze in you has hindered you with the Stump the Smith Savant?
Absolutely.
Really? It does?
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't know if you've heard it, but psychologically, like when you're taking a test, they tell you to be in similar situations. That is when that's what it's like during this. All the time I used to just drink and read magic cards and do all that. So I learned all of it when I was drunk. And when you're doing it 10, 15 years later, if it's, an old card, but
so what you're telling me is that when you get drunk these days, you just start reciting flavor text is what you're telling me, is like, instead of actually having conversations, you're just like, normally when I'm this state, I am reading flavor text. So
I'm drunk more than just reading cards. I'm just saying that when I was reading cards I'm drunk.
There we go. You mean during this, or just when you're reading cards in general?
Well, previous to gout.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. I gotcha.
Not anymore. I only drink here other than a few social settings.
There we go.
So.
Oh, good for you.
No, that's not. I would like to drink all the time. Okay. It's not a.
I love it. Park says weed is better. Yeah. You don't get the hangover the next day unless you really get your
I've taken gummies and had dry mouth, cotton mouth thing. That's not fun either. I know
he said so I'm told. All right. We're at 13. How does that happen? How did we you're not even drinking and we're somehow there. Is there anything else you want to talk about? We got the guys.
We get like another 10 minutes. No.
We had Drake's birthday this weekend. Kind of. We did an early birthday.
Drake.
Well, it's not for like 3 weeks, but for the last 2 years, if you remember podcast wise, COVID has canceled it. So we were like, we're going to start it early. And if this weekend gets canceled, then he'll have his actual birthday on his actual birthday. So yeah, had a couple his little buddies over, and they played soccer. Well, I kicked their ass in soccer, and that's fun when you have like 3. Yeah, good for you.
Oh, good for you.
When you have like 8, 9-year-olds hanging on you, trying to stop you from scoring, and I'm just like, get off of me, throwing them on the ground. It's all wet on the ground. Yeah, that was fun. That was the best part, is doing jukes when the ground is wet. I fell on my ass. Cindy, she's like, I came out to watch you, and the first thing I saw was you falling on your ass. I was like, yeah, it's hard to play when you don't have cleats and it's all wet.
How did it feel to be like Adrian Peterson, just stiff arming kids off of you? And
okay, you probably didn't see this, but there was a Vikings game weeks ago when we brought the boys. Oh, that wasn't the 49ers game.
Yeah, that was last weekend. Monday?
That was a couple weekends ago. But anyways,
I guess it was 2. All right.
The halftime show was the mascots versus like 10-year-old kids. And one of the mascots was stiff arming kids, and it made Sports Center. Like it was making the rounds, because the kid would come up and he just put his hand in the mask and just threw him down. And then like 5 kids got on him, and he was just ripping them off of him, just throwing them left and right. So there's a lot of chat going on there. What's going on there?
I didn't see who that is, but they're talking about eating brownies and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. And then
maybe 3? Oh my God. Who is that? Is
that's Parks? Parks is
that's Parks. Yeah.
All right, let's get to this crap. Let's get to this, because we got stuff to do. We got things to do. We got things to go over here.
You said it was going to be a tight episode.
It is. I mean, we're at 15.
Let's loosen it up a little bit.
We got to have a little bit of beverage. All right. You can become a patron by donating $1. You can support the Commander Smiths by donating $1. Become a patron on Patreon. Get on the Discord. $5 or more gets you proxies each month if you so choose. The higher you move on those tiers, you can get these foil proxies like this each month. It's got to be 400, pushing 400 proxies at this time. There's been a lot of the art I've been using is a lot of the Wombo art, so it's a lot of AI, so it's pretty much original. I've been kind of shifting away from the regular art, the original whatever the card is.
Because they do that.
Yeah.
now.
So I mean, that's what it is. That's where we're at, and it's kind of nice. It's making it very nice to do that. I feel like I'm making the art, even though I'm not. I'm just putting words in. I'm like, unicorn with a pig foot. I don't know why I just said that, but you can put in anything and then just generates, and then you can do the different styles and stuff. It's kind of fun, actually. If you get a chance, check out Wombo. I think it's wombodream.com or something like that. It's a fun thing.
Okay.
There's a bunch of free stuff on there. I'm not talking.
He's talking to everybody out there.
I
was
like, yeah, you said okay. I'm like, Larry, I'm not talking to you in this one. But anyway, so you can support the show by becoming a patron. But the other way you can support the show is jump on YouTube. And while we're doing these live shows, or anytime we're live, so on Thursday when we're live again, you can jump on there. Make us take shots. Right now, Lowry, no shots, but half price shots are going on.
Is that my nickname now?
Half price shots.
Just call me Lowry No Shots.
Yeah, and I'm half price Adam. Ooh, yeah.
Adam. We'll start a brothel.
Yeah. So you can make us take Malort. Yeah, you can see my shirt right there. Got Malort. Got that going there. We got beans and all that stuff. The hot beans. Hot beans are anything but the podcast because they are brutal. So that is another
recover from.
Yes, I do. So that is the financial way to support the show. The other way, so kind of in a way, is just jump on YouTube and subscribe and watch all our stuff there, because we actually get fractions of pennies for every time you guys watch stuff there.
Fractions of fractions.
Fractions and fractions. Yes, very, very small, but it helps. That's another way that's a free way for you. And financially, it does help us out a little bit. But there's lots of things we do. Like I mentioned, we have the stuff that's going on Thursday with the budget upgrades for all these commander deck precons that are coming out for the Ixalan decks. We also did what did we do last week? Is it worth it with those precons? We went through those. But we also have curated MTG, which happens 2 times a week. Do you know what your curated is, or do you remember the other one?
For tomorrow?
Yeah, which one do you want to talk about? Which side?
I'll have to talk about tomorrow. I don't remember.
It was like a
Fridays.
blue one
it was
from
like
Doctor Who, wasn't it?
No, that was last week's.
Oh, sorry.
Fridays was a black card with shadow. And then
that's right.
destructible.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't remember then. It's like Estrada, blah, blah, blah. Okay, tomorrow's is going to be Joe Grant. It's a white legendary creature. Yeah, J.O. Grant. It's like, if we ever got that Johanna and Grant thing together, that'd be funny.
We talk about it every couple of years when we get together with all the cousins and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so basically it's a white card that gives all historic cards in your hand 2 and a white cycling cost. So you can cycle through artifacts, sagas, or legendary permanents. And I just think it's neat when there are cards that give other cards abilities in your hand. And so I just, put it to a couple of legends that it can work really well with. Like, it just adds more cycling to a Navi
you see what
commander deck. The cycling one. Come on. I don't know.
Sorry. I was preoccupied with what Ibukaki wrote. He said, every deck you guys make is budget version, #proxy.
Kind of true.
Lame
ass Lowry. Lame ass Lowry.
I think Ibukaki's drinking. He knows he's gonna get. He's not gonna stump you this week. Oh my gosh! Parks just wrote. He said, "You promised you'd make more proxies on video soon, and it's been okay." So here's the problem with that. I'm gonna do a little thing. I do the proxy videos, and I only get I get a couple of you guys show up, which I love that, which is totally worth it. But then there's nothing after that. So it's like, ugh. Like, I do the proxies. When I make the proxies each month, it's kind of like, okay, I have a gap now. I'm not sorting cards. I'm not working on the podcast. I'm not doing this. Now I'm going to go and look at my book and proxy. But when I do a proxy video, there's a lot more setup where I have to be like, okay, I got to make sure I have the right art. There's a lot of prep that goes into it. So the hard part is, if it doesn't seem like it's getting attention, then it isn't worth pushing that as much. So I'm not saying it's dead and we're not going to do it. It's just going to be more sporadic. Not sporadic. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's not just
No,
gonna.
I mean, but recording things at a certain time so that people watch or jump on live takes work and also waiting.
Right.
When you're like, I have
an
time
idea.
right now.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
could do this, but I gotta wait until 48 hours or 3 days later, and then it's competing against whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Is it open slot? Is it so? It is a little bit of a pain in the ass. So that's why
If it did a
you
lot,
backed off on live for proxies.
if it did a
I'm
lot
not
better,
doing-
like if it was getting, hundreds or whatever views, hundreds, hundreds. Okay, let me rephrase that. If it got over 100 at least once,
Right.
then
No,
I think
I
about
get
it.
that.
I think about it a
Right.
little bit more. But the thing is like there's a lot more. And I'll be honest with you, I make better proxies when I'm not live because I can take my time. Where I feel like when I'm live, there's a lot of me thinking what I want to do. There's a lot of downtime, and I'm like, I'm trying to rush it because I don't want downtime. So that's a little behind the curtain stuff of why I haven't done those as much live, but I might do those more often in the future. I mean, it's not out of the question because there's a lot of people that do want to see it. It's just, yeah. Anyways, okay. Right. So biggest thing with the curated MTGs is not only any of the shorts, anything that's under a minute, not only is it on YouTube, but it's also on TikTok. Biggest thing though, not only watch them, but you guys have to counteract the serial thumbs downers we have. We have 1 to 3 serial thumbs downers. So make sure give it a like. That's what you got to do. Right now, if you're watching this video, give this a like because it's not just curate, it's everything across the board. Anything we do live, there's like 1 to 3. It's never over 3. And it does go less than 1. There's a lot of them that we don't, but whenever it happens, it's always 1 to 3, especially our videos that get a lot of views. It's always the same. So we have serial thumbs downer. You got to counteract those motherfuckers. You know who you are. We know who you are. We don't.
I don't think
we
they
have no
actually
idea.
listen.
We don't.
No idea.
But yeah, that's the biggest thing with those. What other things? We don't have any. Oh, nope, that one's not going to happen. I do have a box opening of the Lord of the Rings stuff, but that won't happen until the following week. So really the only thing we have this week is that deck upgrades, which again, on Thursday, 9 o'clock. You can also follow us on Twitter. Commander Smith said, no, just follow us on Twitter. I was about to say at Gmail because it's the next part. It is.
You can follow us on Twitter at gmail.com.
Or X. There you go. Or you can send us a direct message on Twitter or at Gmail, commandersmiths@gmail.com. All right. We decided that the stump is at the end. So we are going to move into our main segment, which is how this all works is Lowry and I have picked 5 commanders that we like. And we're going to go over the 5 commanders that we might build, might not, but it's the ones that we like from the set. We might have overlapping. We have no idea what each other's are. I believe I was the first one last time of my mental clock or counting. So I think we're going to have you go first this time. Oh. So you have the opportunity to steal one of mine is how this is.
I don't think I'm just going to go with the one that I'm going to build, but I do want to say what we were texting about earlier too on this. There are multiple that I want to build from this set.
Yeah, I think out of mine, it's at least 3 I'm probably going to build and maybe 4.
You were saying restructure.
3 restructure, 1 brand new.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Ibukaki, normal shots, dumbass. Thanks.
That's you.
Well, that's 3 of them. Fuck, because it's half price apps.
It is.
Shit. Okay. Tell me more. What is your?
Tell me why. Does anybody else sing that to their kids when it's constantly being why? No. Every time somebody's like, I ask them to do something. Why? I go, tell me why.
You're a fun dad. You're a fun dad.
I don't know about that. Only fun for the first half of the day. When I'm like,
what
you
is
need
your
to go
card?
take a nap.
What is your card?
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up.
Oh.
Give me a second. I'm stalling. Come on.
Yeah, you are.
It's called stalling.
I'm like going to go grab a shot, and I'm waiting for you to tell me your card so I can.
All right. I'm gonna go with Xavier Saul.
How do you spell it? Is it X?
Xavier, and then it's the only guy named Xavier in the game.
Oh, it's the one that we talked about. We were texting back and forth. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it is black, a green, a blue, 3/3 human fungus pirate, which normally that it doesn't matter. I don't need to talk about that. Okay. Activated ability, tap, remove a counter from another permanent you control, and then you get to populate. Activate only as a sorcery. Populate is creating another token of a token that you already control. And then it also has another ability, activated ability, which is tap, sacrifice another creature, proliferate. Activate only as a sorcery. And so basically proliferating is adding a counter to anything and everything on the board. You can do it to opponents' creatures or planeswalkers or all that kind of stuff. But I'm just really glad that this card exists because I mess up populate and proliferate all the time. Populate's the hardest for me. I don't know why, but I'm just really glad that I'm going to have a deck that I'm going to mess up what I'm doing.
Well, the interesting thing is like the abilities are working opposite. They don't work together. They do, but they don't. You know, they cross.
Yeah.
They don't like streamline what each one. So you can't just go, I'm building, boom, this kind of deck. You have to kind of cross populate. But you should talk about what your plan was, because we had a little bit more of a discussion of this one. What is your idea of what you want to do with this one?
So my deck, I already got a stack of cards I can.
Well, I don't want you to go through all the goddamn cards.
That's all of them.
Oh,
so
you just.
Oh, good for you.
Okay, so basically it's gonna be a planeswalker deck, but the main of it is that it's making tokens. And so I get to proliferate the planeswalkers, make tokens with it, sacrifice tokens, populate if I so wish, like if it's a really good token. Otherwise it's gonna mostly be populate. So
populate or proliferate?
Proliferate. Yeah, I told you I was gonna fuck that up. It's gonna be mostly
proliferate.
Proliferate.
But yeah, sacking those tokens that you can make and then proliferate and get your point. I think this is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be a fun deck to build.
I don't know.
It's gonna be hard.
Did you take your shot?
I didn't. Tell me why.
Why?
Tell me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is a tall one. I don't know. Peach, orange, blossom.
Hey.
Is even any alcohol in this? Like, I don't see a percentage on it.
It's either means it's really good or really bad.
Uh-oh. What is this? And is this much more than the other ones? Son of a bee. It's a... All right. Well, I don't know if I'm getting drunk or what. There's
drinking mouthwash.
There's one of these I really don't. I hope you don't pick, because it's
what number is that?
It's root beer, and yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's a root beer 99.
Do you not like root beer?
No, I don't. But it's a 99 root beer, so that's gonna be interesting. All right. Thanks, Abukaki. I think it smells good. So Larry's flicking the bean. Here we go.
Flicking the bean. Pretty sure these are just all bad.
Whoa, that's strong. Why doesn't it have the alcohol percentage? I can taste that this is strong. Ooh. Oh, it's not terrible, but 35%? Ugh. Ugh. It's not Malort, obviously, but it's stronger than... I was like, it smells like peach. So I was expecting it to be like delicious, and it's not delicious.
It's not delicious? Okay.
It's not delicious at all.
Good to know.
Good
to know.
All right. All right. So that
What's
is
yours?
I want to try to get one that you might steal.
I don't want to steal any of yours. It feels bad. It's not really. It's kind of fun. But
I'm gonna do one. And I guess RoboCop will like this one because it is a dinosaur one, but it's not your typical dinosaur because I'm doing the partner one. So I am doing the Owen.
You're my boy.
Owen and Blue. So let's get Owen there. So Owen, Grady Raptor Trainer. This is one colorless, red-green human soldier. What is it? Scientist.
Soldier?
Human Soldier Scientist. He's a 3/2.
Jesus.
He partners with Blue Royal Raptor. We'll talk about him in a second. But you can tap him, put your choice of Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste, or Haste counter on target dinosaur. Activate only as a sorcery. Let's pull Blue up. Blue Loyal.
You're my boy, Blue.
So Blue Loyal Raptor is 2 and a green and a blue. So this is a 3-color commander pair. For each kind of counter on blue, each other dinosaur you control enters the battlefield with a counter of that kind. So I think this is going to be interesting. I haven't messed around with the counter, skill counter stuff. I would say it's a little limiting with Owen a bit because it's Menace, Tramp. You have 4 things to deal with. So I might fart around with the other cards that will add counters to him. So I'm not just counting on Owen to add it. But then I'll just make it a dinosaur tribal. And I haven't done that before. I like dinosaurs. Jurassic Park, we lived off of that. We grew up with that. Every kid loves dinosaurs.
Right.
But I've never built a dinosaur deck. So, I mean, they're not that recent, they are pretty recent. I should say it's only
a few years old
only
at this point.
So, so this will be fun. And a partner one, I think this is the actual commander deck that I'm going to build. So the other ones are going to be variants that I'm adjusting, but this is the one that I think I will actually build this one because I think it'll be kind of a fun one to build. So
I was not going to steal that.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to get the dinosaur.
I think it's going to be stupid. Yeah, you ready?
You're mean when you're sober.
It's true.
Except it's the opposite. That's always been the bit. Is whenever you would get drunk, it was always picking on Adam. It was like Adam's my target, which is why Abukaki picks on me all the time because he's always drunk. Oh,
no, but now we need to realize that I'm just always mean.
There you go. Just an even
I'm gonna go
mean.
with Ellie and Alan. Should probably find that one.
Ellie,
Ellie
ELLI.
and Alan.
There we go. Got it.
You got it.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
this one
paleontologist.
I like this one.
So it's 2 colorless, a green, white, blue, 2/5 human scientist. You get to tap it and exile a creature card from your graveyard. Discover X, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. So, and it has to be a creature card. And
Discover. You want me to
exile
read it?
cards from the top of your discovering is exiling cards from the top of your library.
It's basically Cascade.
Until you exile a non-land card with that mana cost or less. Cast it without paying its mana cost or put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order.
So it's
this
like
is basically Cascade.
It's a better Cascade because it's allowing you to not have to. No, think about it. Because Cascade, you have to cast it or it's gone, right? I mean, if you hit it, you don't cast.
Oh, that's kind of true, yeah.
This allows you to go, well, I don't want to cast that right now. I want it to go to my hand instead. Like, what if you hit a Teferi's Protection? Yeah. I don't know, it's permanent, right? The Teferi's wouldn't be a good. Oh, no, it's non-land. Yeah, so you hit Teferi's Protection there. Fuck, I don't want that now, but I want it for later, so let's bring it to my hand. So I like Discover as an ability. So this one seems pretty fun.
And so there's a lot of like free suspend cards that I want to be able to use, and so like Mox Tantalite, the Lotus.
Oh, that's why you got that in your card sphere order, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Well, I actually got that before this card came out, as far as I know. But it's just I think there's gonna be some fun there. We'll see. This is one that I also am
he's going to
considering
bed and
playing.
he's not. He's going against you and Stump the Smith Savant. He said night,
care.
bitches.
He just likes complaining. Yeah, that's good night, sweet prince.
Hopefully,
he's gonna stay on.
Hopefully, he is gone by that point. He likes complaining.
I think this is kind of a cool card. And
would you do this angle like not milling, but like would you discard like to fill your graveyard, or how would you get your graveyard with creatures? You know what I'm saying?
So my thought would end up being either like a Merfolk looting style, enough cards that do the draw discard, or Some probably it's probably that. That's where I'm leaning. Then I can choose what goes in there rather than random milling. Not
Gotcha.
sure what's going. And then also having creatures that sacrifice themselves for effects, but then having them in the graveyard that way naturally as well.
I like
So-
it. Yeah, this will be a fun one. All right. Since you mentioned Merfolk, I might as well go with a Merfolk because that's the one that's on my list.
All right.
I don't remember
Great.
what it does.
Great.
I wrote it down and I haven't looked at it since. But there we go.
Is
yes,
it the 4-mana or the 2-mana
the
one?
4. So Hackball, Hackball of the Surging Soul, I think is how it. You can hit the button if you want. 2 colorless and a green and a blue. Is that how you'd say it? Hackball?
I don't know. Maybe.
Merfolk Scout. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, each Merfolk creature you control explores. Whenever this attacks, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you do, draw a card. Oh, I guess this is another new one. So I have 3 redos and 2 new. So I don't have any deck that's like this.
Okay.
So it'd be a Merfolk Tribal. So it'd be the Explore part is pretty sweet. Like,
Yeah.
being able to add the counters, or it's card advantage in a way. And then this allows you to play those lands that can go to your hand and all that fun stuff, or draw cards if you don't play land. So there's a lot of things going on with this commander. I don't know if I'll build this one. I just think it's a really good Merfolk commander, or Merfolk for their
I would agree.
main commander there. There's quite a few of those out there, good Merfolk lords. But I really like this one. So that's all I got for that one. I mean,
This
it
was
seems interesting.
technically on my list of 7. So I have some buffers just in case you pick something that I would do. But I think Explore is
I gotta
really
finish
cool.
this
I'm
up.
glad that they finally have a commander or 2 of it. Are you still taking a shot of it? Jesus.
Look
And so
how
yeah,
tall,
that's Precon main for the
look how tall that one is compared
It is-
to
it
the
is a
other
lot.
one.
Good number picking, Lowry. But I plan on putting this into my Takasia Merfolk deck because
How many
Takasia wants to.
How many damn Merfolk decks are you going to have? You just said that you were going to make a Merfolk deck of the last guy.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I said I'm going to put that. I could put that into Takasia.
No. The last
Which
one
one?
you just talked about, you said you wanted it as a Merfolk looting deck. Didn't you just say that?
No, not as a Merfolk deck.
Oh.
Merfolk Looter is a card.
Okay. I was thinking
That draws and
I thought you
discards
were
cards.
saying a Merfolk looting deck, and I was like, okay, that's an angle, I guess. It's,
Nope,
your
nope,
commander is not a Merfolk at all, but I'll just nod and say
So-
that's a good idea.
So this will go into Takasia, my Merfolk deck of Takasia that fills up the graveyard. Happy to get lands into my hand. Perfect. I dig it quite a bit. So I
This-
agree. It's
this
really
from
cool.
the commander set, by the way.
Yep.
All right, and we'll be going over those on Thursday. What is your next card? Your next commander you would like
I'm
to
gonna go
build?
with another. This is another one that might get my bit, but I don't know how many cards I can get of it. But Indoraptor, Indo Raptor. It is a hybrid black or green, and then a red for 3/1 dinosaur mutant. It has Bloodthirst X, which is however much damage you've done to somebody, you get to put that many counters on him.
when he
And then
comes
it has
into play,
Enrage.
right?
So whenever
Yeah.
it's dealt damage, it gets to deal its power to, is it any target or
damage equal to
To
the
a
power
player.
to target player unless they sacrifice a non-token creature.
yeah. So
I liked this one too. This one was close.
Did you?
My hang up on it was that I know you're bloodthirsting to get the counters on it. My hang up is that he's a 3/1. So if you don't get those counters on it and then you deal damage to it, you're killing it. So I was like, I mean, that's the point of it. You're doing the
you're still
bloodthirst.
dealing like 3 damage to a player or whatever. But yeah, I agree. You need that bloodthirst and or some equipment to buff them up a little bit. So that's where, like, this is the Pyrohemia Pestilence deck that I
right.
want
That's
to play.
exactly what I was going to say.
That's right.
That's the angle I would do with this one. And you get the counters on it and you go ping it for 1, brrr, ping it for 1.
So
brrr.
it-
yeah.
I'm seeing it looks like $31 on on
Oh,
TCG
shit.
Play.
But
I
that's
probably am
yeah.
not going to buy it at that. So hopefully it drops in the next couple of weeks
No
before release.
Or you open it, no whammy, no whammy. In that, the 2 collector packs that we get in those bundles that we're getting. Yeah. But yeah, no, I like this one. I dig this one a lot. It'll be a pretty fun one. 3-color commander. I mean, that's right up your alley right there.
John is dope.
All right.
What do you got?
I'll go. Yeah, everything's just tribes here because it's. All right, so I'm gonna do the other vampire one. I like that guy. I don't know it's the one that's from the pre-con. I'm doing back-to-back pre-con ones, but I think this one's fun
because it's Spanish.
Wait, hang on. Clavileno. Thank you.
There's a tilde there.
First of the blast. So it's 1 white and a black for a vampire cleric 2/2. Whenever you attack, target attacking vampire that isn't a demon becomes a demon in addition to its other types. It gains when this creature dies, draw a card, and create a tapped 4/3 white black vampire demon creature token with flying. So I have my Edgar deck. So this is one of the adjustment ones. This seems really cool. So you're going to see this on Thursday. But what I wanted to do, like with the pre-con stuff, is adding more of the triggers, like Strionic Resonator type things, where you're able to do more than one vampire. And then also having death trigger things where multipliers on that, where you're drawing 2 cards and you're getting multiple vampires. It's nice because it also can target itself. It doesn't say another target vampire. You can kind of protect this in a way. So it turns into a 4/3. You're drawing a card, so you're losing stuff. So there's a lot of different angles you could do with this. You could make it so that you're protecting all your vampires by people don't want them to die because they can be 4/3s if they die and you draw. And then you board wipe. So you could make this kind of a board wipe thing. The only thing is it's 1 per. So that's why I was like, if you can double trigger it with Strionic Resonator, there's a lot of a few cards that you can do that with. Again, we'll talk about this more on Thursday, but I think this is one where I'm going to finally take apart Edgar, which is it's my deck for beginners or people that are new to the game with everything, hence beginners. And I might put this as that. And I think this will be a good one to change it with where I will want to play it. Because Edgar, I don't ever play with. This one I might.
Well, it's getting old here too. Yeah. So.
And it's like $90 now. Do you see that? Because it's not getting reprinted anywhere.
It had the judge promo. But yeah, it's a cool one. Yeah. I considered it, but I went with the other vampire, the life gaining one.
Should we talk about that one? You want to go to that?
We'll see. But I do like this. I mean, white has some token doubling that could help out with that as well.
That's in my Mr. Unlimited section when we get to that on Thursday.
For sure. So I think it's a cool one. I would be excited where you end up with this. I don't know if this would be a very different deck from Edgar.
Oh, for sure. It's good. It's gonna change it, but it's gonna. What I'm saying is,
the only thing would be, it's a vampire deck,
right?
Tribal deck. But otherwise,
I guess I could just keep that one for people that are beginning and then just start new with this. The cool thing, I will add this is, it doesn't have to attack. It just says whenever you attack, target attacking vampire becomes a demon in addition to its type. So he can just sit back and not do anything. Although you want him to turn into a 4/3. And the cool thing is you could be attacking with a 1/1 and you're getting that ability to stack on it. So yeah, they're going to block and kill it. Well, then you get a bonus from it. So are they going to block and kill it? I think this could be a lot of fun. So, all right.
Some sack outlets for benefits.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this your fourth one? Fourth one. Thinking.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Thinking.
Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3,
4. Right?
All right. Yeah. Let's go
I have
with
2 left.
Amalia. Amalia, the vampire. We'll do the other vamp. I should.
All right.
It's white and a black for 2/2 vampire scout. It has ward, pay 3 life, and then whenever you gain life, Amelia Benevadas Aguara explores.
I don't think
No.
I have the kid can't even read.
Whenever you gain life, it explores. Then destroys all
Kid
other
can't even
creatures
read.
if its power is exactly 20.
Josh, what?
Josh, you got
No.
all right, you gotta write that down. You need
What? Because I'm
you have
taking it.
Malort.
You are
have
the
Malort
you're the
next to-
Malort tracker. Thank you, Josh. But Malort is not tonight because Ibukaki already got me shots. Oh, next week. My ears are already feeling hot right now, and I have because there's way more alcohol than I thought was in that. All right.
It's true.
So Josh, I have 3 Malorts next week. Fuck. All right.
You're gonna want to take another shot probably after this one.
Yeah.
But I like the idea. It's kind of like Takasia or not Takasia, Trelasara, the green white gain life.
You
Put a
reference
counter on it.
You reference
and then-
Trelasara so much.
Trelas-
You have her. She's your baby that you built her and then you just didn't like her and you found so many other commanders that you like better, right?
No, I liked her. I took it apart for Treebeard.
Oh, that's right.
And so it was my beginner deck, but I don't share, so it didn't matter. But this is that like explore part of putting a 1/1 counter on it. It can get huge, and Trelasara would get up to 20. So I think it's very realistic if you build it as a life gain deck, and probably some sort of recursion so that you can just roll through cards and you don't want to leave anything on top, just with the expectation of putting it into the yard and getting lands into your hand. I think there's a deck right there, and I think you can add maybe a little bit, but once you trigger and go up to exactly 20, that's game
That's
right
game.
there.
You
Your
kill one
commander's at
player.
20. Likely you can get to one more, and you'll be able to do the deal.
Oh yeah, he gets to 20. I was gonna say, is it 20 counters? No, it says it's power. Yep, got it.
So it has some. It's. I would rather have the ward be mana. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think people can just go,
Oh,
okay, that's
yeah,
life, I guess.
exactly. Hey, go back, reference back to our ward episode last week.
Yeah,
But yeah, 3 life is 3 life. It still has a little bit of protection
That's
on
true.
it. So
that's true.
I dig
So,
it.
That one is potential.
All
I
right.
don't know if that's probably not going to get made, but
But it's one you like. It's one that's
it is one that I like.
one that's catching your eye. All right. My 4th one is going to be another change to a deck that I have because I have Slimefoot and the Myco Tyrant is what I'm going to be building, or not building, but redoing because I don't play Slimefoot anymore. Like it's been a long time since I played that deck. But this is a black and a green Elder Fungus. So this dude's he has some age on him compared to Slimefoot. It is a star trample. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control that are fungus and or saproling. So it's a fungus saproling deck. Kind of nice there. At the beginning of your end step, create X11 black fungus creature tokens with this creature can't block, where X is the number of times you descended this turn. Descending, which is the new stuff in this set, is whenever you have a permanent that goes to the graveyard. So fetches will do that. Anything that you have a permanent that you sacrifice creatures, whatever, goes to the graveyard. That's how many times you've descended, how many times that happened that turn.
Okay.
It's just your end step, beginning of your end step. So it won't work on other people's, but on your end step, you can kind of do this. I think this will be a little bit more fun than Slimefoot. And so I might redo Slimefoot and do this. So there isn't much more to talk about it.
I think it could be similar.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make it a sacrifice deck, because permanents are the tokens. So whatever tokens you end up with, you can sacrifice them for,
and then this gets
aristocrat stuff or
creates
whatever
more of
you're
them,
trying to do, which creates just replaces themselves. They can't block anyway, and so
I
more
like
than likely.
I like that this included fungi and saprolines, where normally it's like saprolines or fungus. This is both of them, so it kind of
Because they are the same thing.
right.
Like, come on.
They should have done it before.
Is this why you told me not to go into saplings with Xavier Saul?
No. No, because this will just take away the deck that I have and just kind of change it into this.
Yeah,
I'm going to do some tweaks.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be probably 15, 20 cards that'll change in and out of that deck. I haven't looked at it yet, but I think I'll definitely change that one up because I don't like decks just sitting on the shelf. I like to play everything I have, and that one just sits on the shelf. So that was one of the first podcast decks that I built, right?
It was.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want
All
to
right.
take a shot?
All right, hang on. Let me line them up. Lining them up.
Because you've
I
only
changed-
done one. You
Yep.
got to do 2 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4.
Fuck, you got it. Fuck, you got the root beer. This is 99, dude. I'm drinking.
It's gonna help you for Stump the Smith Savant.
Yeah, me and my reading's gonna be awesome. Thanks,
take
Ibukaki.
my
Again,
bean.
Josh, you're gonna get me next week, which sweet.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's like the first good one in a long time.
You know,
It's pomegranate.
when you come back to being able to drink, I'm gonna be like, I went to the doctor too, and my doctor said I can't have anything. Oh, half price drinks for Lowry. Oh, root beer. Oh,
I mean, is this making me? This is gonna. The doctor didn't say I can't do anything. I can't drink. I'm just choosing not to because I want to. Right. I'm trying to figure out what my liver enzymes are saying. All right, and I can only do that through blood work, and I only do blood work when I go to the doctor. And this is the first time I've gotten a health checkup in 10 years. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
That might be your thing right there. It's like going to the dentist after not going for like 15 years. I did that too with college. I didn't go to the dentist for fucking ever, and then it was like a year of like, all right, we need to fix this. I'm like, I brush my teeth lots of times a day. Not lots of times. I mean, 2, like a normal person. All right, fuck this root beer.
I got it. I believe in you. You should put some vanilla ice cream in that. Would you not like root beer floats?
Fuck.
My
Root
God.
beer. Oh, it burns.
What do you mean it?
It's
I
99.
mean, it's a 99.
Fuck that. You can feel the alcohol.
99 bottles of root beer.
My
on
eyes
the
are
wall.
watering. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Oh, fuck this shit. All right. Oh, what is your last one?
My last one? I think I'm gonna go with Don Andreas, the Renegade. No, wait for you to pull that up.
What? Is there that many on?
Don, D-O-N.
I don't. Oh, I guess I don't like this guy in the commander deck that it's in, but yes,
believe
building around him. Yes, I agree with this.
So 1 in a blue and a red and a black, 4/3 vampire pirate. Each creature you control but don't own gets +2/+2 menace, death touch, and is a pirate in addition to its other types.
Arr.
And whenever you cast a non-creature spell you don't own, create 2 tapped treasure tokens.
They're fixing treasure. Make them tapped.
Right, it should be tapped. It should have been tapped anyway. That would have saved a lot of headache. So can't wait for a Dockside Extortionist that just has tapped treasures. But basically, this is a play other people's decks type of card.
I dig it.
You have the benefit of ramp, you have the benefit of stealing, and then having that bonus of +2/+2 menace, death touch, and it just encourages you to play other people's decks.
I like it. It's a different style. I like that a lot.
Right. And
I didn't like it in the deck. I hated it in the deck. I removed all that stuff from the pre-con, spoiler alert, but
Yeah.
I like this. When you said it and I saw it, I'm like, the reason I was is because I don't like it in that deck because there's like 4 cards that do it. So, I like it. I think this would be cool. You haven't built a deck where you're doing a lot of stealing, so I think this is kind of a interesting angle.
Been a while. If this is something that I do, it's not something I would like play on stream.
People
by
already
any means.
piss you off or pissed off by you, so this just adds to it. So you're just like a double
Right.
target.
Right.
I love it.
Maybe, so it's a bad idea.
Play
No, we'll see.
make this
It's-
deck, please.
Unlikely to build this. Again, I kind of went from first to worst. Zero to
so I went the other
hero.
way. This next one is the one that I'm actually gonna.
That's the number one.
I'm for sure. Well, this is still
You're
a
for
revamp.
sure.
I'm for sure doing this one. You
Okay.
want me to? Is there
Let's
anything
do
else?
it. What do you got at number
Well, do you want to
one?
talk about Donna Andreas anymore?
I haven't put much thought into it because I just
'Cause
don't.
you're not
I
gonna
don't
build 'em.
steal a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Except
And
my
so-
heart. All right. Oh, did I spell it wrong? It's just loading. Come on.
Hold on, give me a second. I still got to do this.
She can't even read.
All right.
Oh, there he is. He's on-
Doc.
All right.
That's just me. Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm milling. I'm building the ancient one,
You're
bitches.
doing this one.
I'm killing Captain N-word. So blue and
Okay.
black for a spirit god. 8/8 for 2. Well,
Yes.
it has descend 8. So it can't attack or block unless you have 8 or more permanents in your graveyard. That's fine. But for 2,
Very doable.
a blue and a black, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a card, this way, target player mills a card equal to its mana value. Holy. The only thing I don't like about this is that when you're doing mill, you want to get everybody at once. Because if you start targeting somebody and then you start switching your targets, you kind of spread yourself thin and blah, 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 and then you get killed. I think I'm going to, I'm taking apart Captain N-word, but I think this one's going to be different because I'm going to try to get a lot of mana out.
Yeah.
I'm going to get creatures out. I'm going to have blockers. It's going to be the mix of all the mill. So I had Brutaclad and then Captain N-word and all that stuff. I also had the wizard milling guy. So I have my knowledge of my mill stuff. And so I think I'm going to mix all 4 styles because I had that god and stuff before. And I think this will be fun. I think this could actually work. Yeah, thank you, Fenix. And that would work with this too, Fenix, because this is an 8/8. You're making somebody mill 8, so he's going to go in there. I think all of the mill commanders that I've built will be in this deck. So because Captain N-word works too, because if I'm milling at the end of my turn, I get to take somebody's creature that was milled that turn and put it in on my battlefield. After doing that, I think that's the wording of that. I'm not positive, but I think that's what it is.
Okay.
So it still works with the milling part of it. So I think this being the commander, the face of the commander, it's a little more difficult because, like I said, you're not spreading the wealth. You're targeting one player. But I think it could work. So I think this will be interesting.
I mean, I think if you just focused on group slug kind of milling rather than, I don't know if that's
exactly.
the right
Actually,
word,
I still keep it that way, spread out, and then use the 4 mana to hit a single player that maybe is lower than the others or something like that. Yep.
But I mean, there is a lot of Sphinx's tutelage mills your opponents whenever you draw. So I wouldn't have those cards. I would include cards that hit yourself, like Dreamborn Muse, which is everybody mills during your upkeep for as many cards as you have in your hand, or the that orb that whenever you untap permanents,
Mesmeric
you mill
orb.
cards, and Mesmeric orb. Yeah, so more cards like that versus, and maybe there isn't enough of those. But,
No, but
maybe hitting 8 is super easy for you anyway.
Oh yeah. But that's also a good point. That was the other part of this is if you're self-milling yourself at the same time, you get him to be able to attack. He doesn't have any evasion, but he's still an 8/8. That's a 3-swing hit. Somebody's dead with the attack. So I think this one will be fun. This one I'm for sure doing. There's the other ones I'm modifying and doing things too, but this one I know is the top of the list. Dinosaur is the new one I'm going to build, but this is the one that is definitely going to modify and change the deck that I have. So, all right. Hey, we're at an hour, and I think it's time we get to something that we know and love. Fuck, I have a buzz. This sucks. Yeah, it doesn't suck that I have a buzz, but it's just like, God damn it. And it's not even Malort. It's just, all right, let's hit it.
It's time for everyone's favorite
Because I have one more
game
shot
show,
still
Stump
to do.
the Smith
That's the
Savant.
problem. Oh, balls. All right. If you guys don't know how this game works, I am going to read the flavor text of a card, and Lowry is going to try to guess the card by asking Yes or no questions. Every yes will hear this.
Hello, boobies.
Every no will hear this.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
He will get up to 5 wrong guesses before he's considered stumped. He gets up to 3 clues. If he can get everything about the card but can't get what the card name is, he will get the initials of the card. If he has a bonus clue left over, he will get bonus clues. I don't think that's going to happen necessarily this week. This one's an interesting one. The card has to be in at least 10,000 EDH rec decks. Currently, Ibukaki is our stumper for this week. Scott has already guessed Crucible of Worlds. I'm not going to say if that's right or not because I haven't given that. Ibukaki, if he can stump Lowry right now, he will win the foil Grand Crescendo Star Wars art there. If he doesn't get stumped this week, we'll add another card to the ante every 3 weeks. Currently, Lowry's record is 72-25. That's pretty good right there, bud. This is, we already did that. We already did that. Okay. I've eliminated the chat, so chat can play along, see if they can get it before Lowry does. And Lowry cannot see that. Here we go. This is a long one. And there's a little bit of some alters that happen here. So get ready for it. I should pull the card up before I actually start doing this because I always screw it up whenever I look at the screen and I'm reading it. All right, here we go. Flavor text, here we go. Boltani's heart is a seed, and all of blank is its flower. There is as much life here as in the rest of Dominaria together. Karn. The altar is, I didn't put the blank word there because that gives away too much. So the blank is something that I have eliminated personally, which I haven't done that before with our flavor text.
That's new.
Yes.
Okay. Maltani's heart is a seed, and all of blank is its flower. There is as much life here as in the rest of Dominaria together. Karn. I mean, if I'm gonna try and guess, filling it in, it'd be Yavimaya. Okay, so it feels like it's potentially a green card. So we're saying that it could be like, well, it could be Gaia, something like Gaia's Blessing. Unlikely. I still think it's a green card. So let's go with that. Is it a green color identity?
Wrong, 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 wrong.
Yikes. All right, I'll take a first clue, please.
All right. I also switched the clues up a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry. I read my last clue and it's kind of funny. This card is in 282,000 EDH rec decks.
Okay.
Most seen in Chatterfang. And most recently printed in Lord of the Rings.
All right.
This card is in 282,000 EDH rec decks. Most seen in Chatterfang. And most recently printed in Lord of the Rings. Renshai
Chatterfang would put it at
the trail.
green, black, or colorless. Tarni's heart is a seed of, and all of blank is its flower.
All right, I'm doing this now because I got to get 3 in. 1, 2, 3, or 4. What am I drinking?
2.
Fuck. Oh, that's a honey whiskey. That's okay. Yep, Renshai has it.
Butter popcorn. All right. What was
still
yours?
Whiskey.
That's still whiskey.
It's a honey
All right.
whiskey.
That's right. You did say those
I'm
words.
gonna be hammered. Fuck.
Good. Lucky.
Half
All right.
price.
Well, tell me.
Half price shots are not good. Ugh.
And all of blank is its flower. There is as much life here as the rest of Dominaria together. So, Chatterfang is green, black, or colorless. Probably permanent based. Is it a permanent card?
Hello, boobies.
When I said that it had green color identity, were you interpreting as only green or having green?
Question confuses me, especially.
Well, when I said, is it green color identity? And you're saying no, were we interpreting that as I was asking if it is only green or if it has green?
Has green.
So we're saying it doesn't have green.
Right.
Okay.
As a color identity, yes.
Yep. Just making sure.
Sorry, you have to slow it down for me because 3 shots in and you're
All right. So no green
stupid shots.
identity, which is wild, which makes me feel like it's colorless. Crucible of Worlds. All right. But that wasn't in Lord of the Rings, as far as I know. Maybe it was. Oh shit.
Oh,
Those alt cards. I don't think it was in there. Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. How many decks is it in?
282,000 EDH Rec decks.
I mean, Yavimaya would make a ton of sense.
Ah, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
You got a button for that.
I know. Well, I'm on. Yeah, okay, now you said it, so I have to do it.
Get the fuck out!
All right. I'll take a second clue since I know it's a permanent at least.
Let's see. It was there. The art features huge ass trees. Are you doing the eye thing? I didn't even realize. I was looking at
Lion
where my
son of a
buttons
gun.
are.
You got your hat built down. You're not looking at me one bit. I am very sure.
What do you think it is?
Is it a colorless? Color identity?
Hello, boobies.
You're like thinking.
Is it a land?
Hello, boobies.
Is it Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth?
Yes, it is.
Hello, boobies.
I had to make it so much more difficult because, like, if you had, like, look, it has Yavimaya in the. I was like, fuck, his mind's gonna go right. You said it though. You said it when you're like, oh, is it Yavimaya? And I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like,
I had a decent idea.
You want to hear my number 3 clue?
Yes.
The text features something very dumb.
Hashtag Team Force Ball.
Get the fuck out of here. Get back to that.
I would just say build a better deck.
Thank you, Mr. Hockey. That is fantastic.
All right.
Fantastic.
The problem here, Ibukaki, is now you have to sign a $10 card and give it to both of us.
I'm pretty sure he could just find 2 forests and sign it for us. It'd be just as good.
No, I want the real thing.
You would.
Yeah,
You
no,
would.
that's the first time I've had to adjust the wording on stuff because I was like, this one's easy because I was like, it's
Right.
Ibukaki. It's gonna trigger
Hashtag
you to
Team
go.
Force One.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Get the fuck
Hold on.
out!
I don't want to make this. This is the second time we've done this one.
Is it? No, I don't remember
Yeah.
reading this one.
Yeah, I think. Oh,
I don't remember reading this
hold
one.
on, hold
ever.
on. Doji. I have a proxy that he made of Yavimaya, or did he choose?
No, he just
because he gave you
no
Urza Saga. Or
Yeah,
was
yeah.
he just doing it?
No, he was just saying Urza's Saga sucks, and he said yours is awesome. He wasn't saying that was the card that was chosen. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right.
I can
Okay,
double check.
I'm
on
just
my-
saying.
I can. Fucking A, dude, I can check out my list.
Do it
No,
right
but
now.
I don't
We
remember.
got 20 minutes to kill.
No, we have 50 minutes and we can hit that 2-hour mark.
15 minutes for a 2-hour cast. Let's do this.
But good job. All right. So again, for you guys that want to enter, next week we'll add an ante to this. So not only are you getting that foil proxy, but now you're going to be getting an actual card. Typically it's over $10. We start to push it up to about 20, I don't know, 50, between 10 and 20 on that first one. Get out of here. Stop doing your hashtag shit. Because I'll
Get the fuck out!
I whispered it, so can you whisper your button?
let me try.
Get the fuck
It
out!
just happens that way. So you can
I'll
you
do
guys-
it in post-production.
You guys can send your suggestions to me if you're on the Discord, or you can shoot us an email. Again, we're going to add more cards to the ante next week because Lowry did not get stumped this week. I think that's about it, right? Is there anything else?
I think so.
Oh, make sure if you guys are listening, check us out on Thursday. We're going to be live on Thursday at 9 o'clock Central, going over the Commander Precons. We're going to be doing some upgrades, so make sure you guys check that out because it's going to be budget upgrades. And for Mr. Unlimited, oh, I do have that button still. Hang on. Where is Mr. Unlimited? Did you see that I got that GIF on Discord? They actually have a Mr. Unlimited GIF. Whatever. I'm not going to get to that.
I
We'll
mean,
just do the end
Russ
of the
is
cast.
getting just made fun of all over the place at this point.
It is. So make sure you guys check us out on Thursday for all that stuff to see how we would change these decks. So, all right, that should do it for this week. We will catch you guys. Oh, wait. Backing it up. I did this last week. I'm going to do shout outs here. Thank you guys for Red Squirrel, Renshai, Jeff, Parks, Ibukaki. Who else we got here? Robocop, Noah, Jacuzzi was on. I already did Ibukaki. Did I say Scott? Scott, I'll give you another shout out. Josh D. All right, thank you guys, all you guys for joining us this week.
Who's the next week's Stumper?
Oh, good call. Way to go.
No,
Lowry.
it was Scott. Scott did it. I just read stuff.
Oh, good job, Scott. Way to go, Scott. All right. But thank you guys, all those guys, for joining on the chat, on the live stuff. That really, we appreciate that. Even if we don't see everything, we're trying to see everything that pops up. All right, next week's Stumper.
We read so slow.
Especially me. Oh,
especially me.
Jason Raider is
There we go.
next week's Stumper. So Jason
Bring it
Raider
on.
is going to try to, whoops, let me keep that out. Shit, I threw it in there and now it's in the abyss. All right, whatever. All right, I'll make sure to grab that out. All right, guys, that should do it for this week. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm bonkers for
You
honkers.
doing all right there? I didn't drink enough water.
love boobs. Thanks for the memories.
You're an
I
asshole.
love boobs.
I didn't drink enough water. You're